Hi, darlings. Welcome back to another YouTube video. So I realized that I've never really done like a formal get ready to know me because all I've been doing in the past was posting films and maybe some BTS here and there. So we're just going to do a quick run through. I'm not going to list it out because really I will forget. I'm easily distracted. So that's one of the things you should know about me. Anyway, we're just going to do like peaks and pits of who I am as a person. So, as you all know by now, I am Omosede. I am a struggling, upcoming creative. My vision or my hope for this channel and my life in general is to be able to work in film, write books, write movies, produce movies, do something in fashion because as you can see, I really like dressing up. Whenever I look good, I feel good. So the video has started. And then okay, so I'm not a very patient person, but I'm a very kind person. So I think my impatience is the reason why I am so efficient when it comes to working because I need to get things done as quickly as possible. Which brings me to I am a good driver, but I am an impatient driver. I just want to get in the car and get to where I'm going to as quickly and as safely as possible. So as soon as you get in the car with me, buckle up your seatbelts, please, because I tend to get impatient while driving. It just feels like an unnecessary tax. Then I really, really, I appreciate food a lot. Like I like food. I like food, but I don't eat a lot. I literally can't eat more than one pack of the smallest size of noodles. But like I really do appreciate like the arts of food, the smell, the taste, the look. My father once said, if a guy with like a food truck comes and a guy with like a lot of money comes, he knows I'll pick the guy with the food truck because like I like food that much, but I just don't eat so much. What else is there about me? I like to think that I'm kind. I like most people say I'm kind, and I try to be as respectful as possible. Just that I'm also like everything. My character, I'm like a dual personality. The same way I can be kind and respectful to you is the same way if you choose to upset me, I can be completely opposite. I forget easily, or rather, I forgive easily, rather, but I don't forget. I can forgive you for something you've done, but then randomly on a very maybe like years later, I will remember, and I won't be upset anyway, but I'll like remember that you did stuff to me. But I forgive very easily, but I don't forget. That's an issue. Then also, I I don't like my voice. I don't like my speaking voice, and I don't like the way I walk. But sometimes I kind of feel like it kind of works for me. I always used to like imagine I wish that I had like a slightly deeper voice. But I heard like after having babies, it may get a bit deeper. So I guess that's something to look forward to. But honey, honey, babe, babe, how do you feel if let's say like sometime down the line after I have babies, my voice is like deeper. Like I start speaking to you so much deeper. Would you still love me? Not the one you say yes. Now I have it on tape, and then I will now see you on Insta blog or forums like Reddit saying, "Oh, my wife's voice is a lot deeper after having our babies. Am I gay? Because I'm into it." So things like that could pop up. But we have it on tape now that you said you would love me still. Promise. Is it a promise? All right. Yes, I agreed. So I guess we're good. So anyway, we look forward to that, to having like a slightly deeper voice, I guess. What else is there about me? Okay, yeah. I love like humanity, humans in general. Like just like everybody else, I wish for world peace and like general happiness for people. But for some reason, I can't seem to get quite around the concept of like dealing with individuals, like dealing with people individually. Because human beings are kind of annoying, myself inclusive. And so I don't really like I love people, but at the same time, I would prefer to be on my own. If I could just be in bed all day and just rot, that's like a dream for me because I really don't have much time to myself to even rot because of I'm doing too many things at the same time, which also brings me to I am a multitasker. I don't think I can function doing just one thing at a time. Like right now I'm shooting this YouTube video. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to work. So it's a lot every day to juggle. But for some reason, I think because I've done it for so long, this is all I know how to do now. Like I can't just, even when I'm home, I can't just like sit and just be home, just rot. I would always find something to do, which brings me to the next characteristics about me is that I don't know how to rest. I always cry like I want to rest, I want to rest, but I really don't know how to take a break, especially mentally, because there's too many things going on in my head. There's too many ideas. There's too much to do. So like I'm using 99.9% of brain power every single day. So even when I get home and I want to relax, to distress, I have to deep clean. So it's basically like from work to work. Sometimes I'm so stressed out. I've had a long day. I just want to rest. But when I get home, like because I'm so stressed out, I'm so frustrated mentally, I need to deep clean my house to be able to relax. So most times, like my body is worn out before I can like actually sleep, which also brings me to another characteristic, which is that I can't sleep through the night. I think this one is not really supposed to be who I am anyway. This was a work error. This is like one of the disadvantages of what I do. I can't really like just sleep straight 8 hours, and also I can't seem to sleep in the afternoons. Like I can't take a siesta. For some reason, my body just can't do it. At most, I can get like 2, 3 hours at most, but I can't like do more than that at a time. I keep waking up in between. So I guess for you can say for like years now, I've never really like truly rested because I've never really been able to just sleep 8 hours at a stretch, at a go. Then what else is there about me? Gosh. I'm very spiritual. I think maybe if I was to choose an English name today, it would probably be Josephine or Josephine. I don't know. Like, because I relate so much with Joseph in the Bible. I tend to have a lot of premonitions and like dreams that eventually do come to pass. So yeah, I identify as a very spiritual person, and I'm also very close to God, especially these days. I feel like we have a very special bond and a very unique relationship where I can fully like trust in Him even in my darkest days, and I'm very very grateful that I've gotten to that point of like self to be able to be so comfortable and confident in Christ our Lord Jesus Christ. So there's that. But then I am also a very pessimistic person, ironically. Like I believe in God, I know He can make things happen in the snap of a fingers. But at the same time, I don't know, for some reason, I'm mentally wired to expect bad things to happen. And because of this, I try to think of solutions in advance so that when those proposed problems come up, I have like possible solutions to it. It helps me professionally, but it doesn't help me personally because like I just start to think the worst in most cases, which is not a very nice thing to do. But I'm working on it. No. I am a very aloof person. Like I'm the most caring person there. Like everybody calls me mommy, even my mother calls me mommy because I'm very nurturing. But at the same time, I can be very aloof. I really, really love my own space, my own time. Because as I mentioned, there's too much going on in my head. So I really appreciate silence. Like I look forward to complete silence where I can just have peace and nobody's like talking in my ear or there's something to do or something to resolve. Sometimes I just really just want quietness. So when I find people or places or spaces where I can just like be silent, it's so great to do that. Anyway, so as I was saying, I can be very aloof because I have some kind of nonchalantness to me. And it's not from a place of arrogance, it's just from a place of not really like caring too much about unnecessary stuff. So there's that. And then I think some people misunderstand it for arrogance. They're like, oh, why doesn't she like try to be social? Which is another thing. Like as I said, I can be very caring, but I'm not a friendly person. my first instinct is to stay away. Stay away from drama, stay away from trouble, stay away from problems, and sometimes stay away from people. So all I want to do is just be in my own space and just find some peace and quiet, if possible. But sometimes it translates, ironically, it translates as arrogance, or some people just choose to misunderstand, but it's not even from a, it's not even a like I'm not, it's not a conscious effort to be in my own space. I just kind of like hide in my own shell and withdraw. That's why, like most times when, if were to have an argument with somebody, especially like somebody that I deeply love, that I can't just like cut off, I would just withdraw. And then I think people misunderstand it and they're like, oh, we just had an argument and you stopped talking. Well, it's not that. Like, I just don't want it to reoccur. So that's why I like stay away sometimes, which, as I mentioned, it can cause further misunderstandings because people just don't get it. That sometimes you just really need that peace and quiet and to just be in your own headspace. And also, I love music a lot. I think I am basically addicted to music. Sorry to my neighbors because every day for me is very chaotic work wise. And even like mentally, as I mentioned, too much goes on in my head. So to get ready for the day, I have these daily rituals where I have to like play music, dance, and feel good and dress up and look good. And then I step out of the house and go and face like life's troubles. So, well, once again, sorry to my neighbors that I keep like stressing you guys out with my DJ work. But I just really need that music to like get me going, calm me down, and put me in like in a better headspace to face the day. Because sometimes it's just a lot, and I'm only one person. Many years ago, someone told me that I'm faster than my shadow. I agree. At that time, I was upset, but now I agree because I'm just all over the place. And sometimes I even wonder, like, how do I do it all and balance it, like, day to day? But we juggle as much as we can juggle. So for now, I think that's all I can really remember. But what you should take away from this video, sorry, it was so chaotic. Mentally, as I said, I'm a scatterbrain and I'm easily distracted. So as I'm even doing this video now, I'm thinking about some other things I have to go and do later on. So I guess that's what's affecting like the flow. So I'm going to stop it here now. But I just wanted you to know a few details about me and like my personality. But what you should take away from this video, most importantly, is that I'm a very passionate person. I'm a go-getter, and if sometimes I don't even have to think too deep about something. If a thought or an idea comes to me, I would always chase it. Sometimes it may take me longer to get to it, but it's definitely in my books or my to-do list. Just that it's a very lengthy list because there's a lot to do. So sometimes it takes me longer to get to something, but that does not mean that like, I drop any ideas. Like when I took the YouTube break, people were like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not being consistent. It wasn't that. It was just too much at the time. But I never like gave up on it. Actually, even during that year, although I didn't post, I actually made videos, but I just felt like, okay, based on like economy and stuff and how people, the vibe, it just didn't seem like it was the right time to like post all of that because sometimes you have to read the room so that your audience can like enjoy the content you are putting out. It may be a good time for you, but it may not be a good time for others. Which also brings me to another trait about me is that I am very good at reading people, and my secret talent is gifting. I think because I'm so good at reading people, so I always know what to get people. Like, I'm the best at giving gifts. And I'm not even saying this to praise myself, but if I were to gift you something, you would always remember that this particular gift came from me because it will be something that you either need or something you did not realize that you needed. Like I can meet somebody and in a span of 5 minutes, I can tell a bit about your personality and the things that you like and what you don't like. And also that kind of helps me relate with people because I know then when to withdraw or when to get closer, what to say and what not to say, which also helps me professionally and personally in some cases. But that's that. That's another added extra benefit, I guess. So I think that's all I really can think of for now. But going forward, we are going to be, or rather, I am going to be releasing a short film very soon, which I'm very excited about. This is not among the scripts that I had initially planned. This just kind of like spun on me while I was doing dishes, which is another random fact. I have the best ideas in the most random situations. So I basically mentally wrote the script while I was doing dishes, and we've penned it down now. So hopefully very soon we should be able to produce it and get it across to you. So please look forward to that. Like, share, subscribe. I love you. Have a good day.